We are ranking the top 10 TV brands for 2025, from the worst offenders in reliability and customer complaints to the industry's most trusted names. Some once popular brands have plummeted due to shocking failure rates, while others climb thanks to standout support. Which brand is a costly risk, and which is truly worth your investment? Let's begin the countdown with number 10. Element lands at the bottom of the list for one simple reason: you might pay for it twice. Industry repair shops call Element TVS repeat offenders because a third of all units fail within 2 years. Most commonly from power board burnout or dead panels. The low sticker price, around $280 for a 55-inch model, looks tempting, but when you factor in replacement costs after an early breakdown, the real outlay can top $500 in just 3 years. Better Business Bureau and Federal Trade Commission complaint logs are stacked with stories of denied warranty claims and weeks-long waits for parts that never arrive. Verified buyers report cycling through 2 or even 3 replacements before giving up. Repair technicians say sourcing parts is so tough, most Element sets are simply written off. For anyone hoping a cheap TV will stretch their budget, Element proves that short-term savings can turn into the most expensive mistake on the list. Westinghouse and Scepter both lure buyers with low prices, but the savings often vanish in the return line. Retailer logs show these brands are sent back at 2 to 3 times the industry average, especially in regions like the Midwest and Sun Belt. The main complaint is outdated smart features that stop getting updates within a year, leaving streaming apps broken and security patches missing. HDMI ports are a frequent failure point. Some owners report all 3 ports dead after just 12 months. When problems hit, customer service rarely helps beyond suggesting a new purchase. In 2023, Scepter issued a recall for overheating in their 32-inch models, but many claims were denied or delayed due to missing parts. Repair shops call these sets disposable, since replacement boards are nearly impossible to find. For anyone hoping a budget TV will last, Westinghouse and Scepter make it clear: cheap up front can still mean costly in the end. Hisense and Vizio once stood out as smart bets for shoppers looking to stretch their dollar, but that reputation has faded fast. Complaint data from 2022 to 2024 shows a surge of more than 20% in reported issues, with many pointing to software bugs and sudden failures after routine updates. Once considered value picks, both brands have slipped below mid-tier contenders, showing how a weak software lifecycle can turn a good deal into a costly gamble for long-term reliability. In June 2024, Vizio owners found themselves locked out of their TVs overnight. A firmware update pushed to thousands of V-Series sets left screens permanently stuck on the logo, with no fix except a full replacement. Forums like AVS Forum and Reddit lit up with stories of bricked devices and hours spent on hold with support. Warranty claims piled up, but many users faced long waits or outright denials. For Hisense, the pattern is different but just as worrying. Panel failures and laggy menus are now common complaints, and rushed software updates often break more than they fix. TCL sits in the middle of the pack for one reason: buying one is a gamble. Some TCL models, like the 6 Series, win top marks in lab tests for picture quality and value, but the experience varies wildly from year to year and model to model. Owners of lower-cost TCL sets report frequent menu freezes and sluggish smart TV performance, and many find themselves doing factory resets within the first year just to keep things running. Verified buyers on Amazon and Best Buy mention repeated crashes, especially with older Roku and Android TV versions. Arting scores highlight the gap. Flagship TCL models can compete with premium brands, but budget lines drag down the brand's reliability average. For anyone considering TCL, thorough research is essential. Tracking down the exact series and year can mean the difference between a great deal and a future headache. This is a brand where model numbers matter far more than the name on the box. Philips lands just below the midpoint, not because every set is bad, but because buying one is a roll of the dice. Some Philips TVs deliver solid performance, but others are plagued by display issues and inconsistent build quality, especially in mid-range and budget lines. The bigger problem is getting help when something goes wrong. North American owners report that warranty repairs can drag on for weeks, with a typical panel replacement taking up to a month. One verified buyer waited 4 weeks for a new screen, only to have the replacement develop a vertical line 6 months later. Service centers often require shipping the TV to regional hubs, and customer support is known for slow responses and confusing logistics. While Philips offers a 1-year or 2-year warranty depending on the model, the real-world experience can leave owners without a working TV for far too long. Anyone considering Philips should double-check the exact model and confirm how service is handled in their area before buying. Panasonic stands out for one thing most brands on this list cannot claim: sheer staying power. In lab reliability tests, Panasonic TVS consistently score near the top, with panels and internal components built to outlast the competition. Return rates are among the lowest in the industry, and verified buyers rarely report major breakdowns in the first 5 years. But there is a catch. Finding one in the US has become a challenge. After a 2023 boardroom debate, Panasonic pulled back from most big box retailers, citing tight margins and shifting sales priorities. Service centers are fewer and farther between, and support can mean longer waits if something does go wrong. For those able to track one down, Panasonic offers hardware that is tough to beat. Still, limited availability and shrinking support networks keep it from climbing higher on the list. Durability is only half the story. Availability matters just as much. Sharp's story in 2024 is all about quiet progress. After years of mixed reviews and a dip in reputation, Sharp has become a reliable pick for buyers who want solid performance without paying top-tier prices. The NPD group shows Sharp's return rates have dropped, and service centers report a noticeable decline in repeat repairs, especially compared to the brand's troubled 2010s. Technicians now say replacement parts for Sharp televisions are easier to source, cutting down wait times and making repairs more practical than before. Retailers report a steady uptick in Sharp's market share, driven by models that balance price and durability. While not flashy, this improvement means fewer headaches for owners and a better shot at long-term value. For anyone looking for a dependable mid-budget television, Sharp's comeback stands out, earning it a higher spot than Panasonic and signaling real momentum toward the top tier. Sony holds its place among the elite for one reason: trust built on consistency. The Life Story Research 2025 study shows Sony leads the industry with a net trust quotient score of 118.7, higher than any other TV brand surveyed. That reputation is not just about branding, it is earned through years of reliable performance and low complaint rates. Service centers report that Sony TV sets rarely come in for major repairs, and when they do, parts are usually available and fixes are straightforward. Arting's lab tests regularly cite Sony's processing as best in class, especially for color accuracy and motion clarity. While some brands chase trends or cut corners, Sony sticks to what it does best: dependable hardware, stable software, and a support network that actually resolves issues. For buyers who value peace over flashy features, Sony stands out as a conservative, high-trust choice, justifying its spot in the top 3. LG has built its reputation on one thing above all: best-in-class OLED. In lab tests from Arting as in Tom's Guide, LG's flagship OLED panels set the standard for pure picture quality, deep blacks, vivid color, and fast response times that make movies and games look their absolute best. For anyone who cares about cinematic accuracy or gaming performance, LG's C-Series and G-Series models are the reference point the rest of the market chases. But it's not just the screen that stands out. LG maintains a steady pace of firmware updates, rolling out new features and bug fixes for years after launch, especially on premium models. Owners benefit from a solid warranty and a responsive service network, with repairs and parts support that consistently rank above average. While some users report minor software hiccups, most problems are quickly addressed. For picture purists and anyone seeking a long-term investment, LG's OLED leadership and customer support make it a top contender. It is only edged out by Samsung for the overall crown. Samsung claims the top spot by delivering what most buyers want but rarely get: a TV that still feels new years after you bring it home. Customer satisfaction scores back this up. Samsung leads the American customer satisfaction index with a score of 83, outpacing every other major brand. Review labs like Artings and CNN consistently rate Samsung's QD OLED models as best in class for picture quality, with deep blacks, vibrant color, and reliable motion handling. But it is not just about image. Samsung stands out for long-term support, promising up to 7 years of firmware and security updates on its premium models, far longer than most rivals. Warranty claims are rare, and service centers report low failure rates even after heavy use. For anyone looking to make a safe investment, Samsung's blend of innovation, reliability, and support makes it the clear number one, offering peace of mind that lasts well beyond the first year. Across all 10 brands, one pattern stands out. Reliability and real-world support now matter more than flashy specifications or price tags. In today's market, a TV isn't just a screen, it's a long-term investment. The smart choice isn't about what's newest, but who actually stands behind their product.